Why did it all turn out like this for me? I had so much promise.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the Seinfeld cast. Where are they now?
I'm queen of the castle.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most prominent players in this iconic sitcom and seeing what they've been up to since the show ended. Which cast member makes you laugh the most? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. John O'Hurley. Seinfeld was already in full swing before John O'Hurley joined the cast, but as Elaine's eccentric boss, Jay Peterman, he stole plenty of scenes.
Oh, Elaine! This dry air is curing me like a Black Forest ham.
He's had many guest star roles in TV since, but his biggest was probably Roger Doofenshmirtz on the Disney Channel series Phineas and Ferb.
Citizens of Danville, I want to assure you that your slight discomfort is of utmost importance to me, and I will do everything in my power to recommend you wear a cardigan or light sweater.
In the non-fiction space, O'Hurley hosted Family Feud from 2006 to 2010, where he'd be succeeded by Steve Harvey. He was also a contestant on the first season of Dancing with the Stars, where he came in second place. Funnily enough, O'Hurley has been a co-owner and board of directors member for the J. Peterman Company since 1999, whose namesake his character was a parody of.
One moment. I'm reading the most fascinating article on the most fascinating people of the year. And done.
Number 9. Liz Sheridan. After playing Mrs. Ukmonchek on Alf, Liz Sheridan transitioned into another iconic sitcom to play Helen Seinfeld, Jerry's mother.
Well, you must have done something.
No, he just doesn't like me.
Doesn't like you? How could anyone not like you?
With co-star Barney Martin, Jerry's parents were great sources of humor with their overbearing nature.
That's it. I'm going to send you $50.
You are not sending me $50.
We're sending you $50. Morty, get me an envelope.
Sheridan would take on several notable guest roles throughout the sitcom's run, including Life with Louie and Blossom. Following the show's conclusion, Martin passed in 2005, while Sheridan's work output began to slow down. However, she starred in the 2009 rom-com Play the Game with Andy Griffith and fellow sitcom mother Doris Roberts. In April of 2022, Sheridan passed away from natural causes just days after her 93rd birthday.
How could anyone not like him?
Number 8. Patrick Warburton. With his deep voice and expert comedic timing, Patrick Warburton became one of the most well-liked side characters as Elaine's on and off boyfriend, David Puddy.
Are you going to take a nap? Or...
No.
You just going to sit there staring at the back of the seat?
Since the show's end, Warburton has put his voice to wonderful use. He became our favorite Disney henchman as the endlessly quotable Kronk in The Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, right. The poison for Kuzco. The poison chosen specially to kill Kuzco. Kuzco's poison.
He also voiced Brock Sampson on The Venture Brothers and still makes us laugh as Joe Swanson on Family Guy.
This is probably like my favorite rap.
It isn't just his voice work he's known for, as he also starred in 2 of his own sitcoms, ABC's Less Than Perfect and CBS's Rules of Engagement. No matter where he appears, his signature cadence is always a delight.
High five.
Number 7. Jerry Stiller. Ben Stiller's father had found success in the 60s and 70s as part of a comedy duo with his wife, Ann Mira. But playing Frank Costanza, George's father, gave his career a second wind. Whether he was screaming, "Serenity now! Serenity now!" or informing us on Festivus, we couldn't get enough of his irate rants.
Many Christmases ago, I went to buy a doll for my son. I reached for the last one they had, but so did another man. As I rained blows upon him, I realized there had to be another way.
Afterwards, he'd take on a more central role as Arthur Spooner on the sitcom The King of Queens.
Amazing. How did you know I screamed?
From before, when you screamed at me.
On the big screen, he perhaps became best known for playing Maury Ballstein, the agent of his real-life son in Zoolander and its sequel. Sadly, Stiller passed away in 2020 from natural causes at the age of 92.
I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're gonna hear about it.
Number 6. Estelle Harris. It's no wonder George turned out the way he did. Estelle Harris starred alongside Jerry Stiller as George's mother, Estelle Costanza.
I'm not giving him a bra.
Why not?
Because I don't need him looking at my bra.
Fine, so he'll go into the interview, he wouldn't know what he's talking about.
Her signature piercing voice made dialogue that was already funny that much better.
So who says we have to sit in a booth?
I didn't take the subway all the way to New York to sit at a table like that.
I didn't take the subway to be in a drafty restaurant.
She would continue to utilize her unique style throughout the rest of her career. The year after Seinfeld ended, Harris voiced Mrs. Potato Head in Toy Story 2, a role she'd reprise in its sequels.
Oh, you found it. Oh, it's so nice to have a big, strong spot around the house.
She'd become very comfortable with Disney, voicing characters in films like Home on the Range and TV shows like Dave the Barbarian. However, similar to the other parents on the show, Estelle Harris is no longer with us. She passed away in April of 2022 at the age of 93.
Hey, I got a terrific joke for you.
Nah, not interested.
No, it's really funny. There's these two guys.
Tell it to the audience.
Number 5. Wayne Knight.
Hello, Newman.
Hello, Jerry.
Good friend to Kramer and archenemy to Jerry, the maniacal postman Newman was played wonderfully by Wayne Knight.
But you remember this. When you control the mail, you control information.
Knight picked up several memorable live-action roles during his tenure, including Officer Don Orville on Third Rock from the Sun. However, his most prominent roles have been through voice work. In 1999, he starred as the villain of Toy Story 2 and one of Tarzan's best buds in Tarzan. More recently, we loved hearing him pop up in Kung Fu Panda 3, Netflix's Back to the Outback, and as Penguin in Harley Quinn.
I've got this.
Additionally, he played a postman again for the actual U.S. Postal Service in an ad leading up to the 2020 presidential election. Number 4. Michael Richards. If you ask someone who their favorite of the 4 leads are, chances are good they'll say Kramer.
I don't get this. This woman has never been with a man her entire life.
I'm Kramer.
Michael Richards embodied the wild and hilarious character, which earned him 3 Emmys. Unfortunately, Richards' success didn't transition to other projects after the show ended. He started his own self-named sitcom, which only lasted about 2 months. He then famously returned to stand-up and was caught on camera yelling racial slurs at hecklers in 2006.
I lost my temper on stage.
That did irreparable damage to his career, though he made fun of himself for it in the 7th season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. He, along with fellow cast members, played fictionalized versions of themselves. Since then, Richards has mostly stayed out of the spotlight.
I'm out.
Number 3. Jason Alexander. As neurotic, sad sack George Costanza, Jason Alexander earned a ton of recognition. 7 Emmy noms and 4 Golden Globe noms, to be exact.
You know, if you take everything I've accomplished in my entire life and condense it down into one day, it looks decent.
Since the show's ending, he's never slowed down. He's kept busy with a plethora of small film roles and TV guest appearances, such as Amazon's The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. He also voices the crotchety Cyborgman on Harley Quinn.
What? We broke up? I'm devastated. I thought this was my forever crew.
But the stage has proven his true calling. He's acted in and directed multiple plays, his latest being the director of The Last 5 Years in 2019. He also became the artistic director for the Reprise Theater Company in Los Angeles in 2007. Turns out, he's a man of many talents. He's also taken part in multiple charitable poker competitions.
So that's your poker face?
A regular face?
No, it isn't. I've seen your regular face. That is not it.
Number 2. Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Of the 4 leads, it's Julia Louis-Dreyfus's career that grew the most following the show's end.
Get out!
From 2006 to 2010, she played the lead in The New Adventures of Old Christine, which earned her a 2nd Emmy. Following its cancellation, she'd go on to play the role she was born to, the aggressive, cynical, and hysterical Selena Meyer on HBO's Veep.
Nevada is my state.
I'm going to be president. I'm going to be the first elected lady president. I'm going to have a lovely inauguration. Billy Joel is going to sing.
This would earn her 6 acting Emmys in a row, on top of a slew of other awards. Though she's more known for her TV work, that may be about to change. She's joined the MCU as Valentina Allegra de Fontaine and will play the Nick Fury role to the Thunderbolts team.
I know it's hard, but I don't like to repeat myself, so you can just call me Val. But don't call me Val, just keep it in your head.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Jerry Seinfeld. Starring as the lead character in one of the most successful sitcoms of all time ensured Jerry Seinfeld would be set for life.
So, what have you been doing with yourself?
Well, I'm a comedian.
And so, he seemingly only put his name on projects he was passionate about. In 2007, he produced, co-wrote, and starred in DreamWorks' B-Movie, reuniting with Patrick Warburton.
Oh, hello.
Hello, B.
In 2012, he created the web series Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, which has featured a variety of talented guests from the Seinfeld cast to former President Barack Obama.
Do you ever think about every person you talk to is putting on an act, a total show?
It's a problem.
The series was eventually purchased by Netflix, which Seinfeld would collaborate with to release his first fully original stand-up special in more than 2 decades. 2020's 23 Hours to Kill. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.